Coral was a mermaid who loved Christmas. It was an obsession that baffled the rest of her shimmering, scale-tailed kin. While they decorated the reef with luminous pearls and sang ancient, swirling currents of song, Coral dreamed of snow. She'd learned of it from an old waterlogged book she'd found in a shipwreck, a human book, filled with pictures of fluffy white flakes, glowing trees, and a jolly man in a red suit. To Coral, it was the most magical thing she had ever encountered. Her grotto was not a treasury of sunken gold or rare gems, but a carefully curated Christmas museum. A tarnished silver fork served as a makeshift star on a carefully pruned piece of crimson coral that was her tree. She'd strung it with necklaces of bioluminescent kelp that glowed with a soft, steady light. In one corner, a collection of smooth, white stones was arranged to look like a snowman, with 2 pieces of black obsidian for eyes. Her prize possession was a single, perfect glass bauble she'd rescued from a sinking fishing trawler, its red and green swirls capturing the deep-sea light in a way no pearl ever could. But this year, Coral felt a deep, aching longing. The book spoke of Christmas spirit, a feeling of warmth and togetherness that seemed to radiate from the pictures. Her grotto was beautiful, but it was lonely. "I need to share it," she declared to a grumpy pufferfish named Phineas. "I need to bring Christmas to the Mer-kingdom." Phineas, who was mostly concerned with the availability of sea cucumbers, just puffed a disinterested bubble. Undeterred, Coral began her mission. She tried to teach the dolphin pods to sing jingle bells, but they just clicked and whistled, turning it into a chaotic, high-pitched sonar symphony. She attempted to organise a reindeer games with a team of eager sea turtles, but they were far too slow, and the race ended when one of them fell asleep mid-kick. The merfolk themselves just smiled indulgently and swam away, calling her the little dreamer. Her heart sank lower than a forgotten anchor. Christmas Eve was approaching, and her spirit was faltering. She swam to her favourite thinking spot, a calm, sandy clearing near a towering forest of kelp. As she floated there, feeling the gentle push and pull of the current, she noticed something. The kelp fronds, long and ribbon-like, were swaying in a perfect rhythmic dance. The bioluminescent jellyfish pulsing in the distance looked like fairy lights. An idea, soft and gentle as a sea sponge, began to form in her mind. She wasn't trying to recreate their Christmas. She was trying to create her own. On Christmas Eve, Coral sent out a message via a network of friendly shrimp and chatty clownfish. She invited everyone to the Great Kelp Forest at moonrise. When the merfolk, the dolphins, the turtles, and even a curious old whale arrived, they gasped. Coral had been busy. She hadn't tried to build a tree. She had turned the entire kelp forest into a cathedral. She had woven the bioluminescent kelp necklaces through the towering fronds, so they glowed like 1,000 blue and green stars. Her glass bauble hung from the tallest stalk, catching the faint moonlight from the surface and refracting it into 1,000 dancing rainbows across the sandy floor. The kelp itself, swaying in the current, created a natural, silent choir of movement. But the true magic was the music. Coral began to sing, not a human carol, but a deep, ancient mermaid melody, one of shifting tides and the secrets of the abyss. It was a song her people knew, but she sang it with a new feeling, a feeling of hope, of joy, of quiet celebration. The dolphins, hearing the familiar tune, joined in with their complex clicks and whistles, not as a jarring interruption, but as a harmonious counterpoint. The whales added their low, resonant hum, a vibration that thrummed through the water and into the very souls of every creature present. Even the clicking of shrimp and the swish of fishtails became part of the symphony. It was the ocean's carol. It was their Christmas. They weren't singing about sleigh bells, but about the gentle pressure of the deep, the dance of the plankton, and the silent, holy fall of marine snow, the very thing Coral had once yearned for, which now drifted around them like a blessing. The Mer-king, his stern face softened by the otherworldly light, swam to Coral. "Little dreamer," he said, his voice a gentle rumble. "We thought you were chasing a phantom from the dry world, but you were not. You were finding a new way for us to see the magic we already have." Coral smiled, her heart feeling as vast and warm as the entire ocean. She looked around at her friends, her family, all gathered together in the glowing, singing water. The Christmas spirit the book had described wasn't in the snow or the trees. It was here. It was the warmth of shared wonder, the joy of a created moment, the love that connected every creature in the deep, blue, wonderful world she called home. And as a single, perfect snowflake of marine snow landed on her nose, Coral knew with every fibre of her being that it was a very merry Christmas indeed. The end. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.